The dawn of a decomposing Makhanda. Makhanda is a sleepy university town most often characterized by its many churches and donkeys. But a new phenomenon of reality is added to the list: economic and environmental instability. The lack of employment in Makhanda has resulted in those living below the breadline using donkeys as a means to survive.
My name is Plaatjie. I live in 13th district. This is my friend, who also lives in 13 C Street. We are working with donkey carts. We suffered and couldn't work because we were delinquents and got in prison. When it came to us being in prison, we realized that we could work with donkeys to cut off our delinquent acts. It's been a journey of 4 years working with donkeys. These donkeys helped us to be who we are. I am a man because of these donkeys. I work transporting wood in hot, cold and rainy days because we know we will get something to eat and buy electricity. After many years of working with these donkeys, I had a child who was raised by the donkey money. We're wishing in the coming years to have cars, but we will see what God will give us. We are using axes and bush knives. To sharpen them is costly, but we can't. We use them as blunt as they are. We sharpen them using a stone. There's a stone called drillstone. We use the stone to sharpen. When we arrive at the bush, we're able to cut the wood. We then sell them for 20 rand.
Donkeys have been used as working animals for at least 5,000 years, and they are still a lifeline to families in parts of Africa.
I think that if the donkeys are fed well and looked after and they've got the correct equipment and they're treated well, that, you know, it can actually be, they can be useful to people. But the problem comes in if they don't have enough food, or if the equipment, their harnesses, aren't fitted properly, or also if they're abused, you know, while they're, in order to get them to do what they want them to do, if that makes sense. So I think it can be, if it's managed well, then it can work.
But despite the use of donkeys being working animals, they are exposed to injuries.
There are injuries that we often see. Some of them, they are from whipping of the donkeys, which is the owners when they are using the donkeys. They are using whip or fish to hit the donkeys. Some of the injuries, they are using harnesses which are not in good standard to work with the animals, because you can, if you check on the chest of the animals, you will see they've got some bruises that from harnesses or fish the harnesses, which means that it's not suitable to be used in terms of working. So as the SPCA, we are solely dependent from donations, that maybe tins that you normally see from Pick and Pay, Spar, all that kind of stuff. That's the only, or people that who've got heart for animals, they donate something to the SPCA. But municipality, no, they don't give us nothing.
A study published in 2022 revealed that Makhanda is also managed by a municipality that is dysfunctional.
Grahamstown generally has let its infrastructure run down. In town, you've got really good schools, world-class universities, but you cross into Joza, you'd be like, whoa, what happened? You know, there's a distinct change. Inequality is a real problem in Grahamstown. You've got Rhodes University, you've got the High Court, you've got all the good schools there, and all of them are sitting with world-class leaders. And I think if they're not in partnership with the municipality, is going to be a problem.
So many environmental concerns that are around town, but one of the major one is the water scarcity. Grahamstown have been struggling for a while, and I think that is also becoming a problem of Rhodes University. And the second one is the waste management. I think the municipality is not doing enough to rectify that.
It really affects us because we have an infestation of rodents in the house. Another issue we have here at home is sewage spills. I've been going back and forth to engineers and municipality for a month reporting without any resolution. My children were affected, causing face and body pimples because of sewage issues.
Judging from the current state of the town, the question, what does the future of Makhanda look like, is still being argued.
Grahamstown's got a lot of potential with art and a lot of things that can happen there. So what I see and I hope to see is that working. You know, that growing bigger and bigger and getting better. But I just hope that it's not a future where this side of Grahamstown grows and is world class and the other side of Grahamstown is left behind.
It's so important for us to conserve and to take care of the nature, because if we don't do that, we're going to suffer the consequences. But if the municipality is keeping on doing this, I think the first thing we're going to lose investors and people are going to leave the town. And in terms of environmental affairs, the state is going to go down.
I don't see any future in Makhanda because it's not only sewage and littering issues that we are facing, there's also water issues. There's no water in Makhanda. Water can be cut off for 2 to 3 weeks.
We need to face also the reality that in Makhanda we are facing a high rate of unemployment people.
Things we come across, like bush thorns, cut our hands. But we can't stop even though our hands are painful. We have to work because we want the money to feed ourselves at the end of the day.
The future of donkeys in Makhanda, yes, is fine, but it's going to be a problem.
Answer to the question is covered by the lack of resources that cause a reap to the town of Makhanda. No one knows what the future holds, but one can only hope that the future of Makhanda becomes better.